In this morning's Consumer Alert, the rise of the transumer. No, it's not a summer blockbuster. It's actually an emerging lifestyle, and consumer expert Eric Ginsberg is here to explain. So, Eric, welcome, and tell us, what is a transumer?
A transumer is somebody who's more interested in the temporary usage of something, the momentary enjoyment of something, rather than necessarily paying the high premium for the long-term ownership of it.
So you'd rather rent the rolls to drive around for the weekend than actually buy it and look at it in your driveway?
Well, to some extent, yes. But, you know, cars, there are things called zip cars. Folks rent the car just when they need it. You know, a lot more consumer goods are really geared toward the transumer, because things like movies, video games, books that we only kind of consume one time, and then they just kind of sit on our shelves forever. Okay,
so he's really here to talk about renting stuff, but it's more than, you know, renting a beach house, renting an apartment, or renting a movie. People are renting all kinds of things, and you mentioned books, so let's start with that. There's a website called
BookSwim.com.
BookSwim.com.
Yep.
And is this like a pay for library? It's like a online library.
You're absolutely right. You know, we're all familiar with Netflix. It's the gold standard as far as online rental goes, and BookSwim takes that business model and does it for books. And a lot of people who are reading, you know, 3 books a month, even 1 book a month, are saving just a ton of money by renting their books online. You can go online, add the books you want to your rental pool. They get sent to your house with no due dates, no late fees, free delivery both ways.
Really? So you don't have to pay because they're heavy to return them?
Absolutely. This is all included in the membership price.
What's the? Oh, it's a membership price. What is it?
It starts as low as $9.95. And you can get unlimited books every month.
Really?
Yeah, so it's great for people who are trying to live on a budget without giving up their lifestyle. You know that on this dollar amount, I'm going to get all I can read and still not wind up spending too much.
You know, that's probably might save you money on library late fees.
Absolutely.
For some people. Okay, the next site is for renting fashion accessories, handbags.
Well,
you have an example here.
You know,
jewelry.
We all heard about it in the Sex and the City movie, Bag, Borrow, Steal, which is now Avelle, because they have not only designer handbags, but also you'll see they have designer jewelry as well as sunglasses. That at the store is going to cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and you can rent it online for a fraction of that price, use it temporarily, and when you're done with it, you just send it back in the mail, and you don't worry about it anymore. You get something else.
The site is Avelle, Avelle. Is that Avelle.com?
You got it. Yes, and you can still go to Bag, Borrow, Steal if you forget how to spell that.
Okay. There's also video games, which I guess we used to rent in the video store, but now there's another way to get them, and the website is called Gamefly.
Absolutely.
This is the website here.
You've probably seen these commercials on TV. Gamefly rents everything from Wii games and PlayStation to Xbox and pretty much any game system you can think of. They're renting it, and all you have to do when you're done...
And it's like the Netflix model?
Exactly. You just put it back in the envelope. Same thing as your BookSwim books, same thing as your Netflix DVDs. They go right back in there. And, you know, of course, we have Netflix, which I know that...
Mr. Gadget just talked about.
Mr. Gadget did talk about Netflix. It's a really great way to rent all the movies, the DVDs and Blu-rays that you want to watch without necessarily overspending on it.
So transumer is more, instead of being a transient person by moving from city to city, you're more transient with your goods. I get it now. Okay, and we don't have a lot of time left, but you have some advice for people who want to start doing this. First of all, you say, don't rent more than you can consume.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of people get very excited about the number, and they go for a higher plan that costs more money without realizing, you know what, this stuff is unlimited.
Right.
So they can just continue renting more and more in a month on a lower plan. They wind up with, you know, getting 11 books at a time on BookSwim, or they wind up getting, you know, 7 DVDs at a time through Netflix. And they say, you know, this is too expensive, I'm going to cancel it. They're better off in the first place just renting 2 or 3 at a time, because it keeps on cycling, and you're going to wind up with plenty anyway.
You say don't hesitate to put your account on hold. Do you mean if you go away on vacation or you don't use it that much?
You know, if you're going away on vacation or you're just entering a busy time, you know, you love reading, but this month you just don't have a lot of time for BookSwim. So rather than canceling it, or rather than letting it rack up for a few months and then realizing, oh, I should have canceled it, just put it on hold whenever you need, and then come back and reactivate whenever you're ready.
And finally, you say don't look at your bill as dollars spent. Do you mean to say look at it as dollars saved?
Well, yeah, absolutely. A lot of folks look at my $9.95 this month for BookSwim only got me 7 books. And, you know, instead of looking at the $9.95 bill, look at the fact that divided by it's $1 and some cents for the book, where the book I have in the store would have cost $20-something.
All right.
So think about all the money that you're saving by not buying.
All right. Eric Ginsberg, the ultimate transumer. Thank you very much.
You're
we
very
appreciate
welcome.
your time this morning.
Thanks
Some
for
good
having me.
advice. And stay with us.